Guys, so today we're going to talk about something that's been suggested to me by someone on Tumblr. This person wanted me to talk about the mistakes I've done in the past, as we all want to hear about the shitty things I have done, right? Surprisingly, I was thinking about it and I realized I haven't done that many mistakes, or maybe I'm just really forgiving with myself. Hey, I'm not. I think I'm just being super cautious actually, and also I feel like some people are the kind of people that will have desires or will enjoy activities or things that could potentially lead to making mistakes, and some people just don't. Like, you can't really go wrong with reading books and traveling and meeting people, can you? I mean, yes you can, especially with meeting people. But the biggest actually mistake I've done in all of my life was to get in a relationship that I didn't want to get into. Simply. I've only been in one relationship. It was a fucking long relationship. It was 2 years long. I was 16 and I was young and I was too naive, and I got in this relationship with someone that I did not love. Just that everyone was sort of dating, seeing people, starting to have sex, doing all these things, and I was not. And also hanging out, going to parties, drinking, smoking, whatever. I was not doing any of these things. And when I was younger, I guess I didn't really live my difference or how different I was always very well, to be honest. There were times when it was just something I was not comfortable with. So anyway, long story short, I started dating that guy. It lasted for 2 years. I didn't like it, made me feel terrible, made me feel shitty. I did things that I didn't want to do. It's a mistake of my life. So if there's anything to learn from that, guys, is that you should not get into, I mean, I'm laughing, but it's fucking not funny. But you should not get in a relationship if you don't want to. You should not get in a relationship with someone you don't want to be with, and you should never do things you don't want to do. You should never do things you're not comfortable with, and you should never do things because someone is telling you you should, because everyone else is telling you you should, because everyone else is doing it, blah 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 blah. Just don't. If you don't want to, don't. The mistake that I've done very frequently is to not let people know what my boundaries are, basically. And it could be with someone that I like, but I want to keep it slow. With Mr. Herbs, for example, I never told him clearly what I wanted and what I didn't want, what I could and what I couldn't do, and that was a disaster. So that's something you should not do. And it's also something I do with people I don't like. I have a few examples of people I've met, guys, of course, always, and those people were really pushy, really too pushy, too tactile, and they were touching me, asking me very intimate questions. They were really insisting on things, and I tried really my best, I suppose, to tell them I was not interested and to keep myself sort of guarded, but I never did it like, listen, that makes me feel uncomfortable. I told you clearly I'm not interested, so stop that or just leave. I've never done that, and I wish I had. I really wish I had. So, moral of that story, what we have to learn from that mistake I've done so many times is that you should never be hesitant or timid about putting yourself out there clearly, and about telling people what your boundaries and your limits are. And as a girl, I feel like this is something we really have to do, not only for ourselves but also for other women. And that's something I've been working on, and that's something I think I'm getting good at. So yeah. Another mistake I have done is that I kept things for myself for so long. When I was going through difficult things, mental health related, I felt so kind of ashamed and weak and just uncomfortable addressing that I didn't talk about it to anyone. I wish I had talked about it sooner with people, because as soon as I really opened up to my mom, she called a therapist. She made me go see a therapist, and that changed everything for me. Really, if you need help, ask for help. That's something I've never really done. I've always felt so uncomfortable addressing these issues that I've had in my life and being like, hey, I think I need help. You know, I can talk about these things, but I always make it sound like it's fine, you know, like I will never really tell you if I feel very bad, or if I need help, if I feel like someone needs to be here for me, needs to be more considerate or kinder with me, or needs to take a bit more time with me, or listen to me, or whatever. No, that's not a good thing to do, and I need to work on that. Another mistake I do is that I try to control everything, and honestly it rarely works as you expect it to. Very frequently it's just going to be much more of a disaster than if you try to go with the flow, try to leave things, embrace things, and sort of appreciate the moment and trust people, you know. But that's weird, because I'm telling you that also another mistake I do is I trust people too much, you know. And so you should trust people, but you should also be a bit sensible and reasonable. I think those are the mistakes I have done in my life. And yeah, I'm still doing mistakes. Everyone is. I think one of the biggest thing I have to work on is being able to express myself. But yeah, we all make mistakes, and I think, you know, some are very, very tangible mistakes, some are a bit more, you know, conceptual, and some are a bit more serious and whatever. But you know, when I was younger, I used to take art classes, like maybe for a year I did that. And I remember that my art teacher would say that a drawing or a painting is never wasted, and that there's always a way to make it a beautiful piece of art. And I don't know why this really stuck with me, and I feel like the same with life. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it takes time, and sometimes you never really get over those things, but the main thing and the most important thing is to never stop going. I hope this was interesting. Let me know what are some of the mistakes you've done in the past, what you learned from them. So thank you for watching this video, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.